I'm Jade McNeil and welcome to the B-Space podcast, your bi-weekly dose of business and property realness. No hype, no fluff, and definitely no BS. Just honest conversations about what it really takes to build something from nothing. Hello. Welcome to the first episode of a new year. It's 2026, January 2026. Oh my goodness, here we go. I hope you've all had a wonderful festive period, a lovely Christmas and New Year. Hopefully you've put at least half a stone on through drinking lots of Baileys and eating lots of cheese and just kind of living your best over the Christmas period. But now, listen, we need to crack that whip and get back to it because it's a new year and we've got stuff that we need to get conquered. So I thought I'd just kick us off with a really simple episode today. And I wanted to share with you guys my top kind of 5 bits of advice, 5 tips about, look, if you want to start this new year off on the right foot, think about these things. Because I really want you to, start how you mean to go on in this new year. So I'm going to take you from the top. So number 1, the first thing that I want you to give your head a wobble, sit and think about and just make sure that you've got this nailed is your working week and your self-systemization. Now, I'm always banging this drum. I talk to everybody, one-to-one, my groups, everybody. If you really want to help yourself as a business owner, you need to make sure that the way that you structure your working week is on point. So what do I mean by that? Well, in a simple format, it's looking at that working week, those days, those hours that you have available in a repetitive average month, and looking at how you spend your time and being quite as repetitive as you can be within your working week. So really in a simplistic manner, it's looking at, on Mondays, what do you focus on typically on a Monday? Is it finance? Is it marketing? Is it visiting sites? Whatever it is, it needs to be effective and it needs to happen every Monday. Same things for Tuesdays and so on. And ideally, we need to also, in our working week, be factoring some time off so we can disconnect, unplug, and, get recharged for the following week ahead. Self-systemization, when you've got it nailed, will absolutely change your life. It will really help keep any sense of overwhelm away. And it's a super efficient way to work. We also need to back it up with some systems, okay? So, there's the big scary S word. So a big part of it, of self-systemization, 1 is the structure in your working week, and 2 is how you organize yourself. So you need to make sure that you've got a really strong to-do list in an app. I hear that some people still like a paper diary and a pen, but look, it's not scalable. You can have that, but it needs to be backed up with an app. My go-to is Microsoft To Do. I find it really, really easy to use. I can put simple categories in there and then allocate the tasks that I personally need to do within the app. Now, I'm just opening my app and I'll read to you what my categories are that I'm always putting different tasks into. So 1 is admin, 1 is B-Space developments, which is my flips, Elevate to 8, which is my mastermind, a personal one, so book a doctor's appointment, book the dentist, that type of thing. Another one is the stables, then I've got the podcast, I've got the lettings business, and then I've got my consultancy programs, and then the children. So any kind of to-dos related to the children that need to go in there. So within all of those categories on my Microsoft To Do app, I put in my to-dos, I can put dates against them. If you use it correctly or something similar, what it enables you to do is look in your app, see what you've got, think about that working week structure and just plot those to-dos in on the days that are in accordance with the way that you structure your week. Now, you can scan right back to the very beginning of the B-Space pod. So when was that? 2024, March 2024. I did a really long episode about this and got into much more detail. So we'll loop that into the show notes so you can have a thorough listen. But The self-systemization is very much about you as the business owner. Get that weak, repetitive as much as you can, and then a good strong app to really take care of your to-do list. But you've got to use that to-do list. So I must check mine 2 or 3 times a day. I do it throughout the day, just to make sure I'm on track. I do it at night to see what's coming up. I do it in the morning, and it really helps. I'm a very busy person, 2 children, 2 dogs, 2 horses, a husband, a house, all that jazz, multiple businesses and 3 members of staff and 100 tenants. Like, there's a lot of, 25 one-to-one clients. There's a lot of people that need me to serve them at some point. So I have to be able to wear multiple hats, have multiple conversations. This is how I do it. I've got really good structure in my working week. I'm on top of my own to-do list. It works, people. It works. So that's number 1. So nail your self-systemization. My number 2 top tip for you to really get off on the right foot in 2026, and this does loop back somewhat to my previous episode, wrapping up 2025, when I was talking about my own vision board that we wrote out, Elevate to 8 Mastermind, and kind of what the first thing was that I drew out on the board and what my focus was. And this is my second point for today's pod: time. I want you to really protect how you use your time and who you spend your time with, and really have an awareness around it. As you're thinking about situations you might go to, people you might spend time with, I want you to really sit with yourself and think, is this adding value to what I'm trying to achieve by doing this task, seeing this person, going to this event? Is it adding value? First question. Second question, does it make me happy? Third question, is this, a good strategic thing for me to be working on right now? And be really, really honest with yourself, because the time that you've got available to you, business and personal, is, it's your biggest gift. So you want to make sure that you are using your time effectively. Loop back to point 1, self-structure, self-systemization, all feeds in. You're using your time effectively, and the people and the things that you're doing, like, giving you good energy, giving you good value. So really sit with that, how I'm choosing to use my time. If I say yes to something, is it the right thing to say yes to? Is it the right task priority that I'm working on? Does this serve me right now positively with the time that I've got available? This episode of the B-Space podcast is kindly sponsored by the wonderful people at Landlord Furniture Co. Specialising in a huge range of high-quality bespoke furniture, Landlord Furniture Co. provides durable pieces designed to last in your rental properties. If you're searching for the perfect furniture to attract professional HMO tenants, or need more resilient pieces for your student accommodations, considering cost-effective furniture packs for a larger property, or looking for something more personalised to elevate your serviced accommodation brand, whatever your need, Landlord Furniture Co. will craft a solution for you. You can say goodbye to rubbish old flat packs and start investing in a luxurious experience for your tenants. Backed by a 3-year warranty and exceptional customer service, they really are the smart choice for any landlord or property developer out there who takes their properties, their tenants and their business seriously. So ready to transform your spaces with Landlord Furniture Co. and ensure that your investments stand out in the market? Visit Landlord Furniture Co. today at www.landlordfurnitureco.co.uk, or you can head to their showroom, which is in Oldham, or find them over on Instagram at Landlord Furniture Co. Now, let's get back to the episode. Okay, so my next point that I want to cover is all around having self-honesty. Be honest with yourself. Those goals that you've set, hopefully from your vision board from the last episode, that have translated into those tangible goals. Those goals that you set, are they actually realistic? With the capacity that you have at the moment, with everything that you've got going on, are you being honest that you can actually achieve those things? Great if you can. How are you going to execute? Break them down, break what you need to work on. If you've got a big 12-month goal, break it down into your quarters, then into your weeks, then into your days, and make it actually something that you can action. Now, if you look at those goals and think, actually, I don't have the capacity to probably get all of those done, maybe some of them, like, be kind to yourself. This is your gig, your life. You'll get there in the end, and to get results, it just takes chipping away, compounding over a long period of time. But self-honesty is really important because, inevitably, if we don't tick off some of those things from the list, then that could then lead to demotivation, which is not what we want. So be honest. That's my next top tip. Be honest. Be honest with your capacity. How much can you be available? Are those goals realistic? What makes them not realistic if you take some time to reflect? Is it something that actually, isn't going to be doable? Why is it not going to be doable? Be honest with yourself. It's so important. My fourth point, take this forward into 2026, people. Hear this from me. Because this is affecting us all, whether you like it or whether you don't. It's a subject and a topic that always comes up in all of my conversations with my clients all the time. Social media, love it, hate it, it's not going anywhere. And you need to be the ruler of it and it not the ruler of you. So, what do I mean by that? You need to have an awareness. A lot of people will say to me when it comes to their own social media performance, I'm not getting the likes, I'm not getting the, the engagement that I once did. I mean, ditto, same here. From a, let's say, physical point of view, that's not coming through. However, we need to have, as business owners, the mindset about social media that actually pretty much it's a viewing tool, not an engaging tool like it maybe once was. So it's so important with your social media that you show up consistently, but don't be disheartened if you don't get what seems to be the engagement straight away. Audiences now, all of us now, we tend to view more than we do engage, but it makes it tricky as a business owner because you can't then tangibly see the results of the hard work in black and white in front of you. But trust me, you have to go at it from, your mindset has to be that it's people are looking, people are seeing. You just might not necessarily be seeing the physical engagement that you maybe once was. So don't be disheartened by that. You must compound when it comes to content, Find a flow that works for you, that, again, looping back to the previous point, is realistic within your own capacity. And capacity could mean your time, it could mean your budget's available within your business, but consistently showing up on social media and not worrying too much about engagement, likes, and so on. Don't have too much kind of fear about that. The right people are, if you've got a great product, the right people are watching, and that could be, as business owners of a product, it could be something that you sell, it could be an online course, as property developers, it could be people who are potentially thinking about investing with you later, it could be your tenants, whatever it is, whatever your sphere is, they are there. Your job is to show up consistently with the correct message. Okay, final and fifth point, and this for me is a biggie. And some of you are going to listen to this and think, what are you talking about, woman? Just trust me on this one. Now, ChatGPT. I know you all love it. I know that you all think it's the bee's knees. And I'm not about to tell you not to use it, of course. I totally get the way the world's going. I'm not stupid. However, the big word, and it has become a little bit of a cliche word, but unfortunately it's completely more and more as time goes on, I believe, is going to be the most powerful tool we can harness as business owners, and that's authenticity. So we're all using ChatGPT, we're all feeding the machine, as it were. It's helping us with lots of tasks, and that is just wonderful, right? I get it, can make certain things more efficient for us, quicker for us, and I'm here for that. But when it comes to building a business and a brand, we as an audience, as a consumer, we want to feel authenticity. We want to feel like real people are behind it. We want to be part of the story. Now, if you just take everything you do and put it through ChatGPT or similar engines, you are inevitably going to get a watered down version of you. It will not be authentic. So please, my final tip is just be conscious of how and when you use it. If, for example, you're planning to do an email campaign and you just get a robot to write that for you, people will, read that, they'll feel it, and it'll fall flat. You won't get the results. So find your way to integrate, the wonderful AI into your businesses, absolutely, but just have a real conscious awareness of authenticity and how that comes across and getting that real strong balance. Don't just surrender to the robot straight away. It's a big joke around our mastermind table. I am an anarchist and I will not give in to ChatGPT just yet, but I'm not stupid. I do realise the power that it has. But, I really want you guys, my audience, to just think, okay, I need to make sure I protect my authenticity, because trust me, as the world goes more and more this way, being completely you, being original, having your own voice that you protect, your own way of doing things, your own tone, your own energy, that'll be the most powerful tool that no robot can take away from you, as long as you don't let it. So let's just summarize on my 5 top bits of kind of like tidbits to set you up for a good 2026. Okay, so let's just run back over. So number 1, self-systemization, plus getting those apps to support yourself and your to-do list. Number 2, your time, your biggest, most precious commodity. Really think about how you use it, who you use it with, and what you choose to do within the time that you have available. Number 3, self-honesty and capacity. Be honest about what you've set out to achieve. Is it actually possible with everything else that you've got going on, that you're juggling, the people you look after, the people you serve? Is that the thing, the new thing? Is that realistic? Be kind to yourself. Number 4, social media. It's a viewing tool. Don't be disheartened if you don't see the results, but you must compound. You must show up consistently. You must have a clear message. Keep doing it. I promise you it will work. And number 5, be smart with AI. Use it in the right ways. But in the end, when you're building a brand, authenticity wins. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope it gets off to a lovely positive start in 2026. Now, before I go, I want to give you a little hint. I've got something launching at the end of January that I've been working on for the past 7 or 8 months. It's a new program that I am so excited about, and I can't wait to share with everybody. So yeah, if you like what I'm about and what I do, within the business and property space, stay tuned for that one. That's a wrap for another episode of the B-Space podcast. I've been your host, Jade McNeil, property developer, mentor, and business coach. Don't forget to subscribe on your favourite platforms. And until next time, remember, don't believe the hype and always keep it real.